All right, let's address the move for a moment here because we haven't had a chance to talk about this. Yesterday, everything was all promo and teasing up to 4 o'clock, and at 4 o'clock, I went on with Tim Conway and Paul Corvino, who's the top executive. He's got some kind of long title here in Los Angeles, and we explained what is coming, and it's coming Tuesday, which is February what?
It's the 17th.
The 17th. All right, Tuesday, February 17th, because Monday's a holiday. So, I'm going back to a 3 o'clock start, which we had for many years. So I'm going to be on from 3 until 6. Conway's going back to his old time slot, and it's going to be 6 until 10. And I am very happy about this, and Conway's very happy about this. I never would have had the show moved, and neither would Tim. But,
Tell us how you really feel about that, John.
Oh, you really wouldn't want me to.
Oh, I know. I really do know.
There may be a book someday. And that would be a chapter in the book. Maybe a chapter and a half. Because, look, I know a lot of people have gotten used to listening in the 1 and 2 o'clock hour. And some of you have written various places online. And that, not to sound like a customer service rep, but I do understand that, because when I was a kid, I had favorite disc jockeys. I had favorite television shows. And for some reason, when people often get into radio and TV management, they want to take things that are working and they want to muck things up. They want to move things around. I don't know what it is. That comparison I probably shouldn't use. This man is furiously editing himself, and so this, and I remember when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, and my favorite radio show, my favorite TV show suddenly moved around. Now I couldn't see it. It's incredibly irritating, incredibly annoying, And back then, recording things or podcasts weren't necessarily feasible. So I understand, all right? And just in case you hear any stupid rumors or stupid explanations, never wanted to move, happy to come back. Conway's happy to go back to 6 o'clock. I think this is where both shows ought to be, and I hope you can join us during those time slots. And there is always the podcast now, at least. That's a good thing. And with the podcast, you can play it anytime you want. So if you still want to listen at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then go right ahead. However, I would recommend on KFI, Michael Monks and Chris Merrill. They're going to be the new team from noon to 3. And they're both very good. And they have both, Michael, you hear him on with us all the time doing terrific news reports. And Chris has been filling in on KFI for many years, including our show. So, it's a new era, it's a new day, and I think it's a better day. I think we're all going to be in a better place for this. So I'm happy about it. Now, part 2 of this. Deborah is coming. There's some people online who wanted to know. I don't think we were explicit about that yesterday. You are coming, right?
How could I not work with you, John? I mean, seriously, I'm going into my 10th year full time working with you.
We couldn't live without each other.
No.
All right. So Deborah's going to be on the whole show, and Eric is coming, and our producer Ray Lopez is coming. So it's exactly the same team. We are moving as a package, disrupting everybody's personal lives.
Well, that is true, John.
Yes, I know.
I'm sorry to say.
I know the things you do for me, but it's all going to work out. So we want to thank Brian Long, our program director, and Paul Corvino, for facilitating all this. These things are not easy to pull off in modern day corporate America. So, like I said, this is going to be a good new era. Now, back to business. We just had Roger Behle on a few minutes ago, and Roger is the lead attorney for the Palisades homeowners, thousands of them filing lawsuits against the city of Los Angeles, including the DWP, the state of California. In fact, the city of L.A. is suing the state of California because they want the state of California to pay a lot of the damages. And it really, really, the central part of the case is the notorious flare-up of the January 1st Lockman fire that was abandoned by the L.A. Fire Department. It looks like the state employees from Parks and Rec chased the L.A. Fire Department off the hotspot, and the hotspot was never entirely put out. It was smoldering. It was burning underground. It really was hot. And the state and the city screwed up horribly. If they had attended to that fire, or if they had put crews up there the morning of January 7th, none of this would have happened. And as Roger Behle said, and it is driving me crazy because he's been on twice now telling about the depositions of firefighters and other personnel, and he has done 12 of them. And the last one, he said, was especially jaw-dropping. And he wants to share it, but he can't because Karen Bass got it declared confidential. Her goon attorneys went to court and asked the judge to seal it up, at least for a time. It's supposed to be only 30 days. That's the normal protocol. So we'll see. I mean, because, again, she's running for re-election, and she's trying to keep the headlines generic. I mean, the media here in Los Angeles is extremely compliant with making Karen Bass look, what's the word I'm looking for? Benign. And that's what she projects. She has mastered this persona of benign, smiling, grandmotherly. And she's not. That's a nasty, bad person on the inside. Completely devoid of empathy. Utterly uncaring about what she's done. And the most damning thing about her, of course, is getting 5 days of horrible warnings and taking off for Ghana, taking off for Africa anyway. There's no getting around that. That was a stupendously stupid thing to do and extremely damaging. And there's 100 other things that you've already heard too many times. But I do want to see what, and of course now we're dealing with Karen Bass covering up the fire after action report, and denying she covered it up, but nobody's producing the name of the person who did order the rewrite, which I find fascinating, and nobody follows up on that. It seems like we've got to do everything ourselves, although we have a new media outlet in town, which is actually succeeding greater than even I thought they would. I had a lot of high expectations for the California Post, having read the New York Post since I was a small child. And so I knew what that company could do. I knew what their publishers and editors could do. The fact that they're actually doing it on a daily basis, because I still read the New York Post every day, and I see what they do to New York City leaders. They just cover things accurately, which just isn't done in the LA media. Accurately, relentlessly, and not treating them like they're some sort of politicians, like they're some sort of protected species, but treating them the way they should be treated. They're public servants who are screwing people over. So we'll keep on this, and it's nice to have another media force in the city that is going to do it. It's the first thing I'm reading every morning, the California Post, and you should too. And the LA Times was mostly irrelevant, and as every day goes by, it becomes more and more irrelevant. Eventually, it'll be completely dead.